So if you haven't been playing Baldur's Gate 3 for the last week and a half, 2 weeks non-stop, then you're lying. But today we're gonna look at this. This is the Logitech Pro Superlight right here that I've been smashing with Baldur's Gate and other games. So let's get started and actually compare it to my old mouse, the Pro Wireless, if anything has changed in a whole generation. Now I know this mouse is over 2 years old, but I think when it comes out in a new color, you gotta redo a video. So thank you very much for Logitech for sending me this for review. And of course, like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Let's kick off with, I don't know, specifications. Starting with the specifications that actually matter, and some that probably don't. First of all, this is a Superlight mouse, so it's aiming for a very lightweight experience, and this does achieve it at 63 grams, or actually less than that. In fact, it's aiming to do this without putting holes in the base of the mouse, which is absolutely impressive. On the bottom, we've got some beautiful PTFE-free feet, and they glide like crazy. In the box, you get a little swappable puck here with more feet, but I don't recommend using it. I think with the amount of feet that it has right now, it's great. Comparably to the Pro, as you can see, the difference is significant. This one here has too little, and they're all spaced out, and they kind of catch a little bit of dust and debris, hairs and whatnot, so I do prefer this design. It's really, really smooth, and you can get upgraded feet like glass feet, which work really, really well, but honestly, once you get these, this will last you at least 6 to 12 to 2 years, depending how much usage you go through. After that, you can always order a pair and replace them. Speaking of the bottom, we have the Hero sensor, just like the Pro X. However, this one is only 16,000 DPI and this one is 25. Now, my question to you would be, have you ever felt the difference of a mouse that has only 16 to 25, unless you obviously go to 25? Well, in my opinion, I felt no discernible difference all the way up to 16. And honestly, I don't run more than 1100 DPI, and that is the perfect setting for me. This is a very precise mouse with 1 millisecond latency and 1000 Hertz polling rate. The wireless performance is incredible. There is just nothing quite like Logitech's wireless technology. Now, lastly, battery life. This one right here has a lot of RGB and this one does not, meaning this has about 70 hours battery life and this has about 50 to 60, depending on how much RGB you use. Now, there's a couple of things that I noticed from the get-go that this mouse lacks. It's not ambidextrous. In fact, it's only for right-handers because the buttons on the left are locked in. You can't swap them out like you could on the Pro Wireless. So if you're looking for an ambidextrous mouse with a similar performance, you're probably better off getting this one, but this one is 80 grams, which doesn't seem like much, but when you do hold it together, this is a massive difference in weight. But as a lefty, you might have to choose that one if you want the performance of a Hero sensor and the wireless technology that Logitech has pretty much perfected. Now, the Superlight has been my go-to choice for first-person shooters, but since Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it has been powering through that. And increasingly, I realized that the lighter the mouse, the longer I can play, especially in first-person shooters. I am getting older by the day, and of course your hand is not getting any younger, which means that anytime you have anything that you repetitively do with your hand, like using the mouse or keyboard, you want to make sure it doesn't strain your hand, and the weight of this mouse really helps. I went back to this for a day to see how it compared with a heavier mouse, and that 20 grams it felt a lot heavier. I'm not saying I had a strained hand, but it certainly felt like I was getting a little bit more tired, but that could be just because I was so used to the Superlight. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for a mouse that is obviously lightweight, precise, and very, very comfortable. Also in the box, the Superlight comes with grip tape in case this is too smooth for you. I found it not necessary, however, I did note that back in the day, most mice had a little bit of grip on the side, and I think that sticker will actually help those people who like to hold the mouse like this and grip with it, and it'll be much better. I myself don't lift the mouse enough to really bother, so it didn't really have the need for me, but it's nice that Logitech has included this in the box. So the Superlight is coming to its 3rd year of life. New colors: white, black, pink or magenta, and red. It is the newest release and it is absolutely beautiful. The quality of this is fantastic, and if you got other peripherals to fit this color, you're gonna love it. Now you may be wondering why I'm swapping from the Pro X wireless to the Pro X Superlight, and it's not just because it is lighter. There is one issue that the Logitech mice suffer from, and that is the dreaded double click issue. That means if I click once, it'll double click, and those switches will need to be replaced to make this mouse 100% working order. There's no real reason for me to throw this out apart from that switch. It'd be kind of good if those switches were interchangeable. Now let's look at the sound. So let's talk about price. 219 Australian dollars starting from, because some colors are more expensive. I'll put the links below to PLE where you can get them for that much. If you go on the Logitech website for Australia, they're actually 299 each, and you can get the red. The red isn't available in all stores yet, which is a shame because I think this is probably one of the better colors. I'm not sure if pink is a nice color, but it looks all right. And the white is fantastic looking. I saw it in store the other day, and the black of course matches the Pro X anyway. So this is the perfect mouse for a first-person gamer. It is actually a very comfortable gaming mouse for everything else. It's very expensive, it is premium, it's got 2 years of warranty. But what can Logitech do to make it better, especially since the Superlight 2 must be around the corner? Well, first of all, the micro B connection here needs to go to USB-C. I think we're due for an upgrade. Now I know USB-C components can be expensive, but it's 2023, prices should have come down enough for it to be included in a mouse that costs 220 Australian dollars and 299 if you go to the Logitech shop to get the red color. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend paying more just for a color, but damn it, it does look nice. Secondly, I think it's time to let your users or your customers change some parts inside. And one of the parts I would suggest some people try out changing, and it does require soldering, is actually the switches inside for there. Obviously, the switches are something that's going to wear out much quicker than any other component, bar the feet, so it'd be nice to be able to swap them out without having to solder. And I think it'll open up a lot more options, and Logitech could sell their own different switches and swap them out. Maybe it comes with the actual mice to customize it. Maybe the left-hand button here would be different than the right-hand button. Maybe you want to dampen sound because it's too loud when it clicks, or it just breaks and you want to swap it out but keep the rest of the mouse. After all, at $200 plus, I think it's fair that we get to swap out some parts. And lastly, I know Logitech has other mice, but it'd be great if the Pro Superlight came in with the ability to be ambidextrous. If you could push these buttons out and swap them to the other side, I think that'd be great, but I understand that they're going for a super lightweight mouse. So friends, thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to Logitech for sending me this for review, a brilliant mouse that I'll continue using at home. And furthermore, look out for the Superlight 2. That is going to be an interesting addition to the lineup, because you've got to wonder, if this is almost perfect, what else can they change apart from a USB button and maybe interchangeable switches? Aside from that, I've got no other ideas. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in another one. Bye!